Another year has passed, and it's time for trains. It's the holiday season, and Bob Metz, you know, every year when we get together, you have another place and something else that's going on to help all the local organizations. Tell us about the name this year and what's happening.
Well, this is absolutely fantastic. We're in a 50,000 square foot building this year for the Train Times Holiday Charity Train Display. It's a mouthful. But the reason is because not only are we doing Toys for Tots this year, but we picked up two other awesome charities. We picked up the Morning Calls Charities Be an Angel campaign, and also the Rotary Club's scholarship thing to get high school graduates onto secondary education.
Well, we have a lot of different displays to show people on this particular segment, but right now we're standing at the entrance.
We're standing at the entrance. Everybody comes in this beautiful door, right down the lobby. They do their donation. The toys are behind us where they drop off their toys, and there are a lot of trains, 17 different layouts.
Is that all that's required this year is toys, or are there charges? How's it work?
The admission is $6 for adults, $3 for senior citizens. Kids 12 and under are free. And we ask people to also bring a toy for the Marine Corps.
Okay, so you've got a lot of different things you're supporting and helping this year. When they come in, what will they see? A lot of trains?
Oh my goodness gravy. This building is almost 5 times larger than any other building we've ever been in. So they're going to see a lot of trains. They're going to see a lot of circus-related stuff also.
It'll keep them busy for a while.
It's going to take an hour or two to get through it. It's a very complex design this year.
Let's quickly, before we move in and take a look at some of the different areas, tell us where we're located.
We're located at 2655 Broadhead Road. From Route 22, it's north to Broadhead Road, which is a right-hand turn, and then you'll go down about 1.7 miles. It's on the left. Solar Tech has dropped a large sign out at the end of the property, so people should be able to find it easy.
We've moved to a different area, and right now, as I'm looking around, Bob, right behind you here is something that I haven't seen for a while. I don't know what year it is, but it's an exciting fire truck.
It's a 1938 restored Mack fire truck, one of the few around, and this is really done nice. Bobby Dahmer, he's a member of the Explorer Post 101, which is a very large layout this year, brought it in for us.
Now, you know, over our shoulder here is a nice gazebo set up. Tell us about what's happening, because you're favoring the G-scale.
Well, I can see them, as opposed to the N and the Z, which we have over there. The gazebo, lots of benches and things like that were loaned to us from Wood Naturally in Hereford. And they surround a garden. The garden this year is 130 feet long and 40 feet wide. The Lehigh Valley large scalers have gone full out with landscape materials, bringing in all this fancy block work, and
it's gorgeous.
It's a beautiful garden, a nice place to sit down and relax and watch the trains run.
And there's how many going around? Like several, right?
Well, we have 3. One of them goes around all the time, and the other one is a unique programmed one where it parks on a passing siding while another train pulls out.
Really nice. Now, you know, as you look at all that, and how, I mean, did it go together really easily? Or was it a hard, I mean, if this all comes together so quick.
We had a lot of trouble finding a building this year, and Opus finally came through for us. The only problem is that there was no light, no electricity, not even doors to get into this. For the first 2 weeks of setting up, we set up with flashlights.
Sounds like a lot of fun. You know, in this particular area here, there's also a very large, is it at HO?
That's an HO Explorer rig over there. It's 84 feet long, the longest they've ever had it set up. And in fact, they went crazy when I told them to go as big as they wanted. The Explorer Post is a fantastic organization.
Well, we're going to move to a different area. Stay with us, because this gets more exciting as we go. Now Bob's taking us to another area here where we've got all kind of Thomas the Tank stuff and circus things.
It's a really fantastic area. The Thomas Trackside Station gives us a lot of stuff, and the young railroaders love this. In fact, sometimes I have to come down here and ask the older ones to quit hogging the toys, because Mom and Dad want to play as much as the kids. Behind us we have Earl Brotzman and Brotzman Miniature Circus. Absolutely fantastic. Hand-carved animals and everything in here. He and his father have really extensively built a circus.
You know, and when you look at that year after year, he puts it all away, he brings it back out. There's must be thousands of pieces.
There are. It really is, and he's getting up in age there, and We just hope that this is his last year. He's a great guy, but I don't think I have the energy to do what he does there. It's great.
Great job. Now let's talk about the other couple things that are right in this particular area.
Well, back towards the back, you'll see Lehigh Valley Model Railroad Association.
Pretty long.
Yeah, it's one of the longer and bigger railroads. It's also HO. He is extensive into detail in some areas. He's got the steel mill there and some very nice bridges. He's really done neat. Alongside of him is a live steam. Now, what's live steam?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, it's actually G-scale locomotives, garden scale locomotives that have boilers in them with water. They heat the water, and that's what moves the train.
So it is an authentic replica of what used to occur.
As close as you can get in a model scale, it definitely is.
Interesting. Now, you know, behind us, what's you have a couple trucks, another truck over here?
Well, the trucks are a part of the circus thing. What you see over there is actually a fire unit, and it hauled water. And as you know, the circus has always had little fires, and they had several of those little trucks that went around and kept the fires down in case it was required.
This building is large. There's a lot going on. We're going to move to a different area, and we just want you to stay with us, man. You need to come out and visit this beautiful place because, man, you know, it's a great opportunity for your kids and your friends to come with you and just look at trains. Well, Bob, you know, what's the Train of Fame? What is that all about?
Well, you heard of a Wall of Fame. You've heard of a Hall of Fame. This is a Train of Fame. All of the sponsors that are involved in this, they either have a car or a sign or a little structure on that layout just to give them a last-minute recognition as people leave.
How important are sponsors to this event?
Oh my goodness, gravy. Even though all 54 of us volunteers are strictly free volunteers, it's very expensive to do this, and so every single volunteer is so relying on some funding coming in somehow. It's expensive to put a display up.
Somebody's watching this and they can somehow help. We need to still get involved.
You know, it's not even too late now. If some company wants to get involved, we definitely could use their help, and they can call the hotline number and get right to me.
Now, over on my left here, what is this layout?
This is the O-scale layout. Now, this is the one that's low to the ground and has buttons. This is a kid magnet. Big and little kid magnet.
Right.
Buttons will operate McDonald's, buttons will operate a fire department, a circus, burning houses. Very interactive for children.
And behind us?
Well, that would be the famous Train Time Roundhouse module. And we actually have that here this year. It's heavily guarded so somebody doesn't get too close to it.
I didn't recognize it because it got bigger.
Yeah, the group got together and we added a coaling station and a water tower and stuff to one end. It's fully automated. One computer runs 5 trains through a whole routine.
And anything else behind that? What's
behind that is what most people think is a putz. We don't like to call it a putz. We like to call it a Christmas display with the miniature 56 department type houses and 30 type trains Christmas scene.
All right, let's wrap it up. We're out of time. First of all, people need to come out. Give us the dates it's open.
All right, now this is really important. We do need people to come out. We didn't get open for Thanksgiving, so we really got in the hole. Thursdays and Fridays we're open from 4 to 8. Saturdays we're open from 10 to 8. And Sundays we're open from noon to 5. Our last day will be December 23rd.
Okay, so you need to come out. You need to put it on your calendar. You need to come out and support what's going on, but also thoroughly enjoy it. In a final word, Bob, tell them what's left. Just get out here.
Christmas is about giving, and we need your help to do Christmas right.